How's it going, Top Forest TV? My name is Jack, and welcome to my preview for an FA Cup third round tie between Nottingham Forest and Arsenal, taking place at the City Ground on Sunday. Sunday tea time. I think it's 10 past 5. Sorry, kick off. Yeah. Really interested to see how this one goes. Obviously, last time they did come to City Ground Arsenal, it was a 4-2 win for Forest. That brilliant day with Lehigh and Lehigh bagging a brace, Brereton and Kieran Dowell scoring from the spot. It was, I think it was Mertesacker and Welbeck. Was it Welbeck? Yeah, I think it was, who scored for them. I think we're the only team, to knock an Arsene Wenger Arsenal side out of the FA Cup at the third round, which is a huge achievement. You know, obviously how long he'd been there and that sort of thing. It's obviously a massive achievement that we were able to do that. With the sort of team that they had, it was obviously really difficult to do that. So to be able to do that and be the club that has done that, that's fantastic. And it's something that, at the time it was something to be proud of, and it still probably is, to be honest. But in terms of this game, I'm not too confident. I'm not gonna lie. I want to be like, it's the magic of the cup and this and that. But I've just got a feeling that Arsenal are going to play a fairly decent strength side because, Arteta will be wanting to win another trophy. He's had a really good season so far, barring the start. A bit like us, really. Yeah, they're an awful start. They didn't change the manager, though. I think they just changed a couple of the players. They brought in Ramsdale, gave some more of the youth a bit more time, like Smith Rowe, Saka, those sort of players. Brought in Tomiyasu, and he really changed the back line for them. I suppose it was obviously a change in manager that did the job for us, but they're now flying. I think they could easily finish top 5, top 6, potentially top 4 if things keep going the way that they're going. They could maybe sneak in that 4th place position. The other clubs sort of battling for them. In Man United, not doing very well. West Ham. They're on a really good run there and a brilliant season. Will they be able to continue that? I don't know. Depends sort of how things carry on in the Europa League. Whether they turn their attention to that or keep on the league or maybe even try and go for both. I digress. I'm not feeling too confident. I have a feeling they're going to go with a fairly strong lineup. Arsenal, they didn't play in the week. They were meant to be playing tonight, as I'm recording this, against Liverpool in the first leg of the Carabao Cup. But due to COVID and one thing and another, I think that has been cancelled. I know that's been cancelled. So that's a bit of a shame. Maybe they would have dropped some of their bigger players, maybe the likes of, Xhaka and Smith Rowe, maybe Martinelli or whatever, and play some of the youngsters. The sort of that 18-year-old lad who played off the bench against Sunderland. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he scored and looked pretty decent. But I think they might go fairly strong because Arteta will be wanting to add a trophy to this season. I think it's a really, a huge thing to do with the way the club's going to get a trophy for them. It could be important with the growth and really signify a new start for the club. So I think he'll be going fairly well strength for this one, which won't benefit us too much. But who knows? Like I say, it's the FA Cup. We beat them last time they came here. Well, last time we went there, I think it was like a 5-0 loss under Sabri in the League Cup. But he was never one for a cup. Sabri, really, his main priority was always the league. So hopefully Cooper can put a bit of faith and a bit of priority in this competition. Obviously, if it does mean that it will affect our league standing, then obviously I really want to focus on the league. I'd rather us get promoted than get maybe a quarter-final of the FA Cup, for example. I think promotion is the main priority and the main sort of thing that they want to aspire towards. But if we can couple that with a bit of a league run, when Wolves went up the other season, they had a nice run in the cup, the Carabao Cup. So it's possible, and I'd love to see it happen. Swansea under Steve Cooper, both times he played there, he got in the playoffs and had a decent little run in the cup. I think he got knocked out by Man City both times, actually. There's one where they got fairly deep, beating like Brentford and a couple of other sides to face Man City at home, and then he did them, to be fair. And then I think it was last season, they lost again at the Liberty after absolutely drubbing us in the fourth round. So yeah, hopefully we can beat Arsenal. I really love to see that. Do I think it's going to happen again? Not too sure. Not feeling too optimistic, but again, it's the FA Cup, and as the days get closer and the minutes tick down towards kick-off, that feeling that you never know what's going to happen could pop into your mind. If I'm going to go with that, my heart, I'm going to say 2-1 Forest. Why not? My head's probably saying like 3-1 Arsenal. But let's go with it. Let's go with it. Come on, Forest. 2-1 Forest. Goals coming from... I'd love to see Steve Cook get a goal in his debut if he starts. And maybe someone like Brennan Johnson. Why not? Jed Spence, maybe he's just come back from his loan. Or maybe even Keenan Davis. If Keenan Davis gets a go, which I do believe he might do, actually. I know Steve Cooper does like the FA Cup and will put a decently strength side out. So... why not see what Keenan Davis is capable of? He's played, for Aston Villa. I'm not sure how many minutes he's been given in the Premier League, but he would have played definitely in the Prem, and had a decent sort of attempt at the Premier League, if you will. So he'll know what it's like to play against Premier League defenders, and hopefully that could maybe come into a bit of use, if you will. But yeah, in terms of the lineup, it's going to be a difficult one because I'm not too sure on Cooper's kind of priority in this competition. I know under Swansea he did sort of look into it and try and go far in the cup, but I don't know whether at Forest, different club and different aspirations and one thing and another, whether he'll really make it for a solid run or he'll try and play some of the youth and give them an opportunity. I'm not too sure. I'm not really going to go through the side. I think it's a bit difficult to try and work this one out. Obviously in the League Cup it was Houghton that managed, so again you can't really look at that, to be honest. So I think it's it's a difficult one to do. I'd like to see Keenan Davis start, Cook start, Jordi Asai Tutu, as probably as Dan's covered on the channels, going back to Arsenal. I just quickly touch on that. It's a real shame because he showed promise in the games he got. I think he only actually played 2 games. Or 2 and I think, well, not 2 games. He played 1 full game away at Swansea. And then he came up, he played against, now, who would it have been? It was near the start of the Cardiff. Might have been Cardiff. Was it a Cardiff? No, I don't think it was Cardiff. My mind's gone blank, but he played against someone on his debut at home and went down injured quite early on. Might have been Blackburn, I can't remember. And then in the Hull game, he went down injured in that one, which is a real shame because I think he showed promise in that Swansea match. Getting high up the pitch down that left-hand side, really giving us a good backup to Lowe, who, has been injured for a good couple of months, and we have looked to get in a Canadian. I think he might be on his way in, depending on work permits and stuff. But, it's a real shame for that. So, he's going back to Arsenal. Doubt he'll feature very much for them. Might even go back out on loan somewhere else or stay there till the end of the season and try and get his fitness back and his injury situation sorted out. It's a real shame when players fall to injury, like Jack Wilshere, Diaby, you look at sort of Michael Owen, a host of players who have had a really good sort of burst onto the scene and then picked up injuries. Nathan Tyson was one, Forest, who I remember had a lot of injury struggles. It's going to be an interesting one. If Cooper is really pushing to try and do well on all fronts, then we could maybe push them and get something out of this game if Arsenal have underestimated us a little bit. But I'm not really too sure. I'm going to say 2-1 Forest. Why not? Let's try and beat them. Obviously we're going to try and beat them, but let's give it a real go. I love the FA Cup. I love the League Cup. I want Forest to do really well in every competition, and it annoys me a little bit when managers don't do that. Like when Sabri played like the youth pretty much and Joe Lolly against Arsenal. Obviously, it was a great opportunity for the likes of Jordan Gabriel, who I remember playing that one. Mighton played, I think. But I want to see us really go and give it a go. It's a good chance to really sort of go up against the Premier League side and see what we might be able to do next season should we go up. But again, if it does affect the league, then I would obviously rather the league. But I want to see us go well in the cup. I think that's something that we really need to do and could really lift the club and really lift the team in terms of the league. You know, you look at Lincoln a couple of years back. I live fairly near Lincoln, and I got one of my friends, a Lincoln fan, and I sort of was following it a little bit with him. I went to Arsenal away actually with him, and you know, I talked to him a lot about Lincoln and things, and that sort of really rejuvenated the club, and it helped them push them on to go up as champions in that season. So, you know, I think it is something that could be a catalyst to push you on. And if we can beat Arsenal, then who knows what can happen. Obviously, in that season, when we last beat them, it didn't really do that, but it could do that this season with Cooper in charge and the club in a little bit of a different position. But yeah, I'm going to go with 2-1 for us. I'm going to say Cook and Davis are 2 new signings to get on the score sheet, because why not? And hopefully we can really give them a go. I'm not feeling too confident. I've got a feeling that it might be a fairly routine one really for Arsenal, but I'm hoping I'm proved wrong. I'm hoping we go out there and we give it our absolute all and really get the win and get through to the next round. It would be absolutely fantastic if we could. But yeah, can't wait to watch this one. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be at the game, but it is on ITV, so we'll be able to watch it that way. And hopefully we can see Forest on to the 4th round with another defeat of Arsenal. That'll be absolutely fantastic. So yeah, as always, let us know down below what you think the score will be, who you think might play, what you expect to happen. Subscribe if you haven't already and you do